How's it going? You're like me, you really enjoy the holiday season. And as we start to enter the season, you start thinking about all the things that you need to do coming up, some of which includes buying stocking stuffers or maybe that white elephant gift for your office party. Typically, those kind of parties limit your purchase price for those things to just around $10. And so, what I wanted to do is look at some of the neat gadgets that are out on Amazon right now that are around $10. Some of them are a lot less, some of them are a tiny bit more, not much more, but should fulfill the $10 limit requirement for your parties. And you can buy a bunch of these and stick them in somebody's stocking. So we're going to go through 10 or so items that you can get right now from Amazon for $10. And let's see, I don't know, what they look like, how they work, all the things. Also, just for your information, all of the links for the things I purchased will be down in the description below. Also, I'm going to try to keep each one of these things to a minute apiece. So let's try to get through them quickly. Okay, so the first thing I picked out was, I don't know if you've got young 20s or late teens, whatever, that do they still do raves? I don't know, but people go to parties. People like to cosplay with cool things. The first thing I picked out was a pair of Rave glasses. Now, I keep seeing these in my timeline, and I'm wondering, are they ridiculous? Are they cool? Whatever. So apparently, you put them on and they light up. Hopefully, they're that cool. Otherwise, I just bought a piece of plastic. All right, we're going to open it up, see what we see. Okay, so definitely a piece of plastic for sure. Well, they gave us glasses wipes, so that's a good start. Oh, and we have a piece of plastic to pull. That's always fun. Okay, I need to turn off some lights because they're Rave glasses after all. Okay, so these are more than red and yellow. These are actually multicolor, and there's a mode to them. And if you look, there's an etching in the acrylic. There's a design, but kind of doing a little pattern there. So the right button changing colors, and the left button changes modes. Okay, definitely feel like I'm ready to go to a rave. However, I can't see a thing. So if you wear glasses, you might want to wear your contacts if you have any. I don't. So these are not going to work for me to go to a party in. However, I think they're kind of cool and kind of fun. Let's look at the next one. Okay, do you have somebody who likes to cook or likes to prepare food for large numbers of people? This might do the trick for you. This is another $10 item. I don't know how this would go as necessarily a white elephant gift, but certainly a stocking stuffer for somebody who likes to spend time in the kitchen. This is a fork that is to slice watermelon into cubes. It's one piece of molded metal. Seems pretty solid. Doesn't feel like it wants to bend. This end feels pretty sharp. I think it would go through watermelon pretty easily. I guess the only thing we can do is try it out. Let's go down to the kitchen and give it a try. And we're back. Okay, so I think it really worked well. I know that it cut the watermelon really well. I know it didn't make a big mess in the kitchen. The only problem I had was the watermelon I had was pretty deep, about like that deep. And this thing will only cut, that far down into the flesh of the watermelon at a time. So what I had to do was do the cutting and then scoop out all the stuff that I got from the first one and then cut again. And then it was fine. I mean, it certainly was a lot quicker and a lot less messier than it would be by hand. All right, so the next one on the list, it's actually going to be a pair of them. So that's why I was saying maybe more than 10. It's a pair. But if you have somebody that needs to use lighters for things, we have a couple of plasma lighters. This is a plasma candle lighter, and this is a plasma lighter. I don't think either one of these use fuel. I think they just use electricity to create a plasma stream that you can use to light stuff. Now, do you want to be the person who gives somebody a candle? There's always that one person who gives a candle, right? At the Christmas parties. Or do you want to be the one that gives them the lighter? I'd want to be the one that gives them the lighter. Now the candle lighter is a little more expensive at $11.99. However, the regular plasma lighter is only $7.59, so they sort of balance out. We're going to open this up, take a look and see what we find. Here's the lighter itself. You have a USB-C charger. You charge it right here. All right, now let's look at the plasma lighter. And we also have another USB-C charging cable. All right, it's kind of cool. It's got some electronics here in the front. The cap is hard plastic, so you got to be careful of that. If you drop it, it's probably going to break. Oh, when you hold the button, it lights up front, and you get your plasma discharge. Look at this. I want to stick my finger on it. Ooh, that's quite a shock. Don't do that. I did it for you, so you don't have to. All right, the next thing I want to look at is 20 times pocket microscope. Look at that. It's like a keychain microscope. Seems pretty sturdy too. All right, we're just going to tear into it. It's got lights and stuff. That's always good. Okay, so we have a switch here on the side. If you put it down, you get a little flashlight. If you put it up, you get the light that lights up whatever you're looking at through the microscope. And it's kind of like a jeweler's loupe. You got to focus here. I can actually see the individual ink pixels on this. All right, one more thing. Always got to do the penny. That really zooms. Let's see if I can share this on camera. I don't know if you could see that. What I do know is that this really magnified a lot. If you need to be able to, almost like a jeweler's loupe, if you need to be able to quickly look at stuff, 20 times magnification, and you just need to have something in your pocket, well, this will kind of do the trick. Now this is hard plastic. I suspect if you dropped it, it wouldn't last very long. So be careful with it. This was $9.99. This was $9.99. I think it's worth $9.99. All right, the last thing I want to look at is similar to the last one. This is a monocular field of vision is infinite and wonderful, it says. Doesn't give a lot of information on the box, but let's open it up and see what it looks like. This is going to be good because we're going to go on an adventure time here. We're going to be looking at moose in the wild. So having a monocular might be a cool thing. Okay, now this looks pretty fancy. It feels pretty sturdy. The lenses kind of make a little bit of a noise, a rattling noise, which is a little concerning. But on here, you have day and night field of vision is 22 degrees. This is 40 by 60, 1500 meters, 9,500 meters. I'll look that up and see what that means. No buttons, it's just a monocular. Well, let's take a look and see what we think. Okay, to start with, the neighbors are not going to particularly appreciate this, but I will tell you, just looking across the street, I can barely focus on it because it's too close. This is wanting you to look at things that are far away. And it's got a little lanyard on it, by the way. It's wanting you to look at things that are far away, and it's wanting you to, I don't know, zoom in on that. I will tell you, it seems like it works pretty well. This is also $9.99. That is pretty inexpensive. I would again say if this is something that you dropped, you might break it. Don't drop stuff. All right, the next thing on our list we're going to check out is a digital tire gauge. Check this out. We've got the box open and it's just in a little bag. It's light plastic, powered on by pushing this trigger button here. And it actually gives you measurements not only in pounds per square inch, which is what we usually use in the US, but it's also got a bar setting, which equates to about 14.5 PSI per bar. Also, it's got a kilopascals, and it's got kilograms per centimeters cubed, I think. That's a volume setting for metrics. So it's got one empirical scale and 3 metric scales for measuring. All right, let's take it outside and see how it works. All you have to do is power it on and stick it on the valve, and it'll measure your setting. You pull it off, and you can cycle through all the different measurements and see if it's within the specs of what your tire should be. And if it's low, you can always use this thing, which I've done a video on before, which I keep in my car. If I need a quick inflation or top off on my tires, you can do it with that. This is not bad. It seems to work pretty well. It's pretty inexpensive at $5.99, only $5.99. That's a pretty good price. Again, don't drop it. It's very light, hard plastic. All right, let's stick to the car theme. Now, can be used for more than just cars. It can be used for keyboards and cameras and things like that. Basically, it's sticky slime that you use to, I guess, detail dust out of cracks and stuff. It's got a few instructions on it. This one says universal dust cleaning gel. It says keep away from children, don't eat it. Apparently it's not edible, but it's just like a slime. It's like a slime that kids play with. It's probably all it is, but it collects dust and debris without leaving a residue, which is important. This was also $5.99, so staying below the price. You could even double up, give two things, give a tire gauge and a detailer. Be creative. And the third thing on the car list is little color LEDs. These are simple little LEDs that you get four of them in a pack, and this is $4.99 for the pack. So basically it's a USB LED, and you stick it in your USB ports in your car. So this one, it comes with different colors. This one came with white, red, and blue. I would say if you put them in your USB ports, they'll probably stay on as long as the car's on. We'll try turning the car on and off to see if it turns off. If it doesn't, and even if it does, I would, on the side of caution, pull it out of the USB port so it's not draining your battery. That's just me being an old man. Okay. All right, the next thing, I've mentioned that we're going on an adventure coming up in 2 days. We're going to take an Amtrak Acela train, one of the new ones, really. It's pretty exciting, up to Boston, and then we're going to go up into New England, up into New Hampshire and Maine. Well, they have baggage requirements on the train. You can only have a bag up to 50 pounds. Fortunately, they have digital luggage scales. You ever tried to lug a big bag and put it on your scale and try to see how much it weighs? With this luggage scale, you can measure it, and I think you can go up to 110 pounds on this. I'm only allowed 50 pounds, so anyway, let's unbox it. Okay, and it looks like it's got a strap that you loop around the handle. Looks like you got a power button there. It is taped so that it cannot be turned on. All right, comes up with a nice green backed LED, gives us in kilograms, pounds, grams, ounces. All right, we'll go with pounds. All right, well, let's take a look and see how much this bag weighs. Now, this bag is kind of empty, but it's got some stuff in it that we use because we use it for storage too. So, all right, here we go. All right, as it is with all the stuff we've got in there for storage, it weighs almost 21 pounds. My hand was shaking. I don't think it would shake if I weren't trying to hold the camera and juggle stuff. So anyway, I mean, it works. It's good to be able to test that kind of stuff. Now, my understanding is it goes up to 110 pounds. Pretty solid. I think it's a good deal for $9.99. If you got a traveler in your family to buy a gift for, it's probably a good thing to have. That's it for my $10 gadgets for this season. I don't know, man. I'm going to put all the links for all these down below. I got them all from Amazon, and you can see them down there. But yeah, I mean, it seems like a pretty good list of stuff to maybe fulfill somebody's stocking needs or whatever. So anyway, we're going to go. I have to pack. We're going on an adventure time here in 2 days. If you want to see my adventure time videos, you can look right here. They're on my main channel. And, there'll be a whole slew of videos coming on that in about 2 weeks. Anyway, thanks as always for stopping by. Thanks for all your kind comments. Thanks for all your subs. And we'll see you next time. Bye now.